I didn't think much about it at the time. It was just a turn. One small decision made without slowing down, without checking the map twice.
The road I was supposed to take continued straight ahead, well lit and familiar. But the side road looked harmless enough. A narrow strip of asphalt disappearing into darkness.
I told myself it would save time. I told myself it didn't matter. I was wrong.
The moment I took that turn, everything felt different. The streetlights vanished behind me, swallowed by the night, and my headlights became the only source of light guiding me forward.
Trees crowded in on both sides of the road, their branches stretching overhead like twisted arms, blocking out the sky.
The air felt heavier somehow, pressing against my chest. And the silence was so complete, it made my ears ring.
I kept driving, trying to ignore the growing sense that I shouldn't be there.
The road narrowed, twisting sharply in places, as if it hadn't been designed for cars at all.
There were no signs, no markings, no houses, nothing to suggest anyone had traveled this way in a long time.
I told myself it was just a rural shortcut, the kind locals used all the time. Still, my hands tightened around the steering wheel. The deeper I went, the more unsettling it became. The trees seemed to lean closer, their shadows sliding across the windshield as if they were moving on their own.
Every now and then, I thought I saw something at the edge of the road, shapes that vanished the moment I looked directly at them.
I blamed my imagination, the long day, the darkness, but the feeling that I was being watched refused to fade.
That was when the radio turned on by itself. It had been silent since I left town, but suddenly it burst to life in a wash of static.
I reached for the knob, turning it down, then off completely, but the noise continued.
Beneath the crackling, I thought I heard a voice, too faint to understand, but close enough to send a chill down my spine.
My heart began to race, and I pressed harder on the accelerator.
I told myself I just needed to get through this stretch of road. Surely it would reconnect to the highway soon.
But the road seemed endless, looping and bending back on itself. The same fallen tree appeared twice.
The same broken fence passed by again. Panic crept in as I realized I had no sense of direction anymore.
Turning around felt impossible. The road behind me looked just as unfamiliar as the one ahead.
Then, as I rounded a sharp curve, my headlights caught something standing in the middle of the road.
I slammed on the brakes, my car skidding to a stop, just inches away. It was a person, or at least it looked like one. A figure stood there motionless, head lowered, long hair hanging forward and obscuring its face.
My breath caught in my throat as fear flooded every part of me.
I rolled down the window, just enough to speak, my voice shaking as I asked if they needed help.
The figure slowly lifted its head.
Its face was pale, unnaturally pale, and its eyes were empty, dark, hollow, and fixed directly on me.
In that moment, I knew I had made a terrible mistake. This wasn't a person who needed help. This was something that had been waiting.
The radio crackled again, louder this time, the distorted voice repeating a single phrase over and over, though I couldn't quite make out the words.
The figure took a step closer.
I didn't think, I reacted. I slammed my foot down on the gas, swerving around it and speeding down the road, my heart pounding so hard it hurt.
I told myself I was almost out. Just one more minute. Just one more turn.
My hands were trembling, my vision blurring as tears filled my eyes. I tried to focus on the road, but the shadows seemed to move faster now, closing in, surrounding me.
The radio refused to go silent, and the voice sounded closer, as if it were inside the car with me.
That was the last clear thought I remember us having. The road ahead twisted sharply, and then everything went dark.
They say people sometimes vanish without a trace. No crash, no wreckage, no explanation.
I understand now how that happens. All it takes is one wrong turn.
One moment of carelessness, and everything you were, everything you planned to be, simply disappears.